Torvis popping off, immediate Crusade, immediate Hammer hanging over the Rogue's head, trying to see if he can just blast him out to smithereens. The man going for Shadow Strikes, Eviscerates back to back, gouge onto Torvis. Hammer's getting flown in. Mad damage is lucky, trying to see if he can escape. Blind should let him maybe catch a reset, unless Torvis is fast on a draw, and lucky does end up diving into stealth. At least he should be more or less okay, but without her defensives, he better be very, very careful. Torvis picking up the eyes, should be able to see him immediately. Lucky getting in there as soon as he sees the moment. Is going to go for advantage, but with the eyes, he knows he can't stay in advantage for long. Just using it for cooldown reduction. Does get himself a bit of a heal. Sid Pickup doing big value right now. Still taking mad hits. Back-to-back gouge will not be enough. Trying to go for a fade. Shadow Strike step, but it's just over. Oh, that is so rough. That is a clean run, though, as a paladin. If you can't do that to a rogue, force advantages out of them or pick up eyes to try to escape. Yes, huge. Gonna be a bubble out of Torvis as Zuen joins in. Squiddle with a bunch of damage off the bat, just trying to see if he can force everything, force it for Bears on Torvis. Torvis did not really focus on self-heals while Bubble was active, by the way. Trying to just keep the momentum of that Crusade. Stun onto Squiddle. Got a trinket. Do you have a blind? Do you have anything available to peel him off? Gonna be a shield of vengeance for that Karma. Squiddle trying to stay aggressive, trading defenses just so he can stay in there. Does not want to back up, wants to keep pressing as much pressure as he can, because eventually Torvis should go down. Parry is going to be up for the Fist of Fury. Big damage, but both of them are fairly equal, and that lay on hands may help Torvis out a little bit. Squiddle better be extra careful. He doesn't have a way to reverse damage. Maybe want to rotate a bit more defenses of that or dip out, which is exactly what he chose to do. Got himself at least a little bit of like a maybe of a go. I guess you could do Shield of Vengeance more offensively rather than defensively. Squiddle playing with fire right now. Bloodseeker Protection knows he can't go for a Karma. Can only press defenses as soon as the Karma fades. Or Bloodseeker Protection fades. Maybe he can Karma. Might not even get the chance though. The guy's super, super low. Just needs a couple more hammer throws at the guy. Squiddle does end up popping off a defensive for magic damage reduction. There goes the Karma. Torvis better be very careful. Does not want to fight the Karma. Would rather play it super careful, but you got to make sure Squiddle does not get any health. Squiddle wants to see if he can play into the Karma, but the blind is going to give him a little bit extra time. Wake up ashes. Oh, Torvis just kept going with it. Does not have any more immunity. This is it. Torvis is kind of out of options. Cloak proc immediately and got ripped through instantly by the Hunter. Is it Cute Bow? It is Cute Bow as it goes up for a kill shot at the end. Survive up next. This guy, was he the one? Was it Jungle the one that didn't really get much of a chance? These two actually get a bit of a rematch with one another. Immediate burst, the opener out and survive the with a coordinate assault. Because Cutie trying to see if he could play, Cute Bow rather, trying to play with more defenses, give himself a little bit more health to work with. Gonna be a couple of grenades, couple of Mungus Bite Stone and stun onto Cute Bow. Does get hit with a scatter shot with a bit of damage to follow. Got himself maybe a little bit of survivability. That's gonna be Turtle for Cute. Survive better be looking for a Turtle himself as well, honestly. Because he's just not in a great spot. Trying to go for Mending. Oh, kill shot. Oh, he doesn't even need it. Explosive though. Are you good? You're good. Fade death the last second, but another grenade out of Rosie though. As Rosie trying to see if he can just end the duel. Turtle as the stun comes out. Survive should honestly be backing up out of there. Why? He's just trying to see if he can get super aggressive. Does trap up the pet. Maybe can go for a camo. Trying to avoid the other Hunter. Binding shot on one side maybe. Or put it back to the pet just to get back over, but a stun by the pet. Keeping him. Oh. It was just over. It was over. I love that Harpoon backing out, Harpooning back into the room to create some cover, right? Good split-second decision making, but my goodness, dude. Oh, that was so good. I would have loved if that man used the Harpoon and somehow escaped like a bandit, but nah. It's just once you have the explosive, it's over. I feel like nobody really expects 400 to do this much damage ever. They're a glass cannon, but God, the burst is so good. Explosive up right now. Death Tracker flowing. Rosie trying to see if he can tank up. Does take very, very little damage in comparison compared to Jungle, who just getting absolutely massacred. This guy's gonna shellac right now. As Rosie got himself cloak, blown to by Jungle, trying to see if he can live. Turtle for Rosie, feign death right after. Manic Bench, whatever recovery you can get right now is gonna be good. The other Hunter also popping off Turtle. So maybe you should have an answer. Harpoon does not do anything. I don't even know how. I didn't even realize why. The Dazda on Jungle do knock out his Manic Bandages though, so he's actually behind on health. Stun right after. Grenades to follow. Rosie just gonna try to see if we can take it down very slowly. Kill shot, trying to run as far away because they know a rogue is gonna be up next. We had Demoniacs be best for last, or for the team to a couple of times. Immediate trick out of Rosie, but you got absolutely nothing. It's just over. There's nothing you could do. That at the end there was just absolutely nothing you could do. Oh no. One was AFK too long, got a kick. Oh no, did somebody not get a chance to play? Bobby back out of Frosty Mage. You got Necro going to be first up as a marksman versus Mongo, trying to see if he can hug the left hand side of the pillar. That's where he's gonna make his home. And if Necro can reposition, if you position yourself in a good spot, even if Mongo does go for a port, you could potentially just have yourself an escape. Mongo taking a lot of damage behind the pillar, just can't even really respond, which was a close shot. Death Shock also gets it super, super low, by the way. If you had line of sight of the guy, I feel like that might have been a kill shot go right now. But Necro is trying to see if he can set up a bunch of traps around. Mongo is going to be using the pillar down the middle, the massive wall down the middle, in order to give himself a bit of an escape. And that's exactly what I was talking about, chat. Sometimes maps are big, and this wall gives some classes somewhat of an advantage to a degree, trying to see if he can cover the gap, but the trap's already set. He's gonna trap on the left-hand side, but I don't think Mongo is gonna be walking this and Trinket out of Mongo though. So if Necro can get himself some kind of stun, some kind of a decent setup, maybe a binding shot, he would be huge. Turtle shell right after as soon as the karma is in, as Mongo does not want to give this guy much of a way to claw back. As a marksman, you don't really have a lot of way to heal yourself. He's gonna go for a bit of exalt together with the fortification of the bear, trying to go aggressive. I don't know if that's the play though. Kind of get the guy low. Wait, kill shot. Wait a second, maybe it turns around. Oh, hold on a second. That was so close. Necro almost turned it around. That guy, what? But now Mongo's getting reset. Tell me you got a camo. There he goes. At least you gotta also get yourself a bit of a reset. That was close. I think that silence as Mongo goes behind the pillar to heal could be massive. That could be the winning strategy. Alexi put the Necro. Finally, Mongo gets himself quite a bit of damage to scatter. And as long as Necro can create some space and breathe, and not a lot of health available, does go for the blackout kick. Just had the trap come out at the very, very last second. With Bobby going to be up next, trying to see if he could probably zone out Mongo. The guy should have a port at least to, I think, the other side of the pillar. I believe it's kind of hard to see from this angle. No, he does. So he does. He does have a way to at least zoom over to the other side if he's ever under pressure. For Bobby, though, he got to get the guy from out of the pillar, lock him down with a couple of roots, zone him out with a Ring of Frost as well as Blizzard. So that wouldn't be a bad idea at all. Zoena's up, trying to see if he can entrap him in place possible. Fist of Fury, mad damage. Bobby not really feeling all that good. All the time to keep himself fine, but that's going to be a massive kick right after. Intro Karma does go in for a ice block. That is actually a lot of damage for Bobby to take in all at once, though. He got himself a nice reset or refresher with all the time, but then another kick out of Mongo just puts the guy super, super behind. Brett, the follower, Ring of Frost does get interrupted. You might be in a bad spot. Try to see if you can keep the guy away. Shields are available. Unless you can find a way just to CC him for just a moment, you might be in a bad spot. Touch of death. Oh, no. Oh, no. Squid will open it up, and that's going to be immediate incap before he can reach him. So Mongo, how we look at that, man. Trinket's still available. Ring of Peace actually is perfectly set up. A Squiddle trying to get himself a go. Try to see if he can take a page out of his book. Just kind of keeping the guy up in the air. Mongo trying to see if he can escape the mid-air collision. Fist of Fury keeping him maybe a little bit survivable. Maybe look at the defenses right now, yeah? There's going to be Cloak. Got himself every defensive dampen harm as well as diffuse magic, even though there's not really magical versus Squiddle. Actually able to go for quite a bit of counter pressure. But Squiddle with an offensive, there's just not much you can really do in that situation. HB block charging out. I just noticed you're a MAGA orc. Not like a normal orc either. It's a spear. Unless Squiddle has a way out of this one, he can't really go anywhere. Disarm to HB. And actually, that might give you the breather you needed. You look at it potentially hold on to your cooldowns, that or staying aggressive with the guy. You do have a Zoen. Maybe you could just rotate defenses while keeping Zoen rolling. Karma Raptor for the Blaze-Stone. Nothing the warrior could really do to stop this. Could maybe go for a parry of his own. Taking a lot of big hits though. Man is having to go for a parry. Needs a heal right there if he can get one. But that's actually so much damage taken. Does going for a charge. Trinket available. HB, not a lot of health left. Unless he got himself maybe a heal. Fear last second. Commanding Shout. He's not out of the game just yet. Warbreaker. Does he have himself a heal right now? Impended Victory would have been amazing right then and there. My goodness. Torva's up next. Charging. And Squiddy trying to see if he can win if this is possible. But he got left. You got not much. You waited until the karma. I think you're not really... Monks don't really play super, like, brazen up until you have your karma. Once you have karma, at least you can maybe turn down the pressure, turn the attention around to the other guy. It's a way to stop gap damage completely. DRs and reductions can only do so much for you, but Torva's trying to see if he can maintain the speed. Squiddy finally maybe got himself some cooldowns back. It got himself quite a lot of bursts actually, trying to see if he can match up Torva's. The guy needs a bit of a ramp up for his full crusade, but Squiddy can maybe use defenses to avoid building into that ramp, or at least reducing the pressure of that ramp. He might be okay. Trying to see if he can use mobility. Poor last second. What? Huh? Wait, what killed you? I'm sorry? Was it like a hammer still like floating in the area and you poured it back and they got hit by it? Oh, what was that? Rosie gonna be up next though, trying to see if he can blast out Torvas. The man maybe looking at immunity. He used Lay on Hands instead. That is bold of you. because now you don't have any way to stop the damage. Oh no. And Rosie just kept the pressure rolling in with the Dabbler. Gotta be up next, getting super aggressive, just charging him with a Nova stun. Gotta be a trinket immediately. Well done all the time in case things get rough. Got himself a big touch of the magic. Mad burst of damage without even full go. Just arc and blast back to back into an ice block. I was gonna say what happened with you all the time, but I think he might have removed the turtle shell right after, as Dabbler got himself a decent setup. Ring of Frost, depends if he's gonna get frozen. But Rosie, I think, is just going to try to stay as far away from you as humanly possible. Nova doesn't quite connect. Turtle still held on. Exil may be the play for Rosie. Got a full harpoon onto a Dabbler. Kill shot. Oh, that kill shot does end up getting the kill. Oh my goodness. The crits on kill shots are brutal. I feel like executes do a lot of damage, right? When you get a fatty execute. Touch of death basically kills ya. But a kill shot, I feel like, honestly, I feel like that's probably one of the harder hitting executes. Demoniac doesn't want to fight Rosie. He wants to fight Stoneblood. Stoneblood got full cooldowns. Demoniac got full cooldowns. I think that's what he's trying to do. Trying to give Rosie a chance to get some cooldowns back, potentially. I don't really know. It looks like maybe they're doing a switcheroo. I think they're going to let this guy go. Yeah, a quick trade-off. A bit of a tag in. I'm okay with that. I'm perfectly okay. If you guys want to do that, I'm totally down. 100%. The Demoniac, immediate blessing of protection on the Paladin, maybe looking for a defense, and does not want to burn a trinket here. But maybe needing to. Stoneblood does not commit wings at the moment though. He's just trying to see if he can use an immunity. Build up a little bit of pressure onto the Rogue without the big cooldowns. Cloak of Shadow is no longer available, so Stoneblood next go he has. The Rogue does not have a trinket either, so for Stoneblood this could be huge. Does get him some wings. If he can keep the Rogue somehow out in combat and be allowed to ramp up his full crusade, I think he might be okay. But for Demonic, I think honestly stealth, best case scenario right now. Getting in there instead, does not want to sit with a full stealth reset, trying to see if he can go for Shadow Strikes, maybe build for a kidney shot, but Stoneblood has the most amount of damage built up. I think it's just over, man, unless the Cheat Death lives, saves you. Hold on a second, are you alive still? Wait. You are alive. I feel like it's one of those things where your Cheat Death is going to fail you, because sometimes during the most crucial moments for rogues, Cheat Death just poofs, disappears, doesn't even do anything. There, it actually saved you, and you were just fine. Even had the time to walk over to Rosie and be like, I hate fighting paladins, go back in there. You goober. But Demoniac though, I feel like he might decide to play this safe, man. At least no more wings available for the Pally. There goes the bubble. If you can somehow mitigate some of this damage, evasion is available. As long as you're facing the guy, you might be okay. If you can maybe like veer out of smoke bomb, step in, blind, wait it out for the bubble. Wait, hammer hanging over your head. You're looking for that escape. Stoneblood has a chance to maybe get you back into combat. Shadow Step. Does the hammer get you out of combat? Out of stealth? No. Apparently it doesn't. That or he just didn't build up enough damage for it to. Right? I'm not 100% on that one though. Not 100%. I'm so used to Paladin playing Final Wreck, right? Just drop in big damage every minute, you're good. Hammer's a little weird though. It's going to be a wall immediately for Stoneblood. Hammer above Demonic's head, cloaks it immediately. It's going to be Shield of Vengeance out of Stoneblood. I don't believe we'll be seeing Crusade for a while, but for Demoniac, this is good because he could go for a proper secret technique, and maybe as long as he lets us go. Wait a second. Vanish. Oh, that was actually rough. I was actually kind of close. A little too close for comfort, honestly. But Demoniac does have a trinket coming back up little by little. Dance, Shadow Blade's available. No trinket available for Stoneblood, but he does go in for Blessing of Sanctify. So that's done. Does nothing. Mad damage by the Rogue. Mad damage by the Paladin. Good anyone's game. The Paladin does go in for the final slam at the end there, though. Well done. Wow, what a good honor duel at the end, man. I like it. What a good honor duel. I enjoyed that. Hell yeah. Even the homie gets a chance to play. Huh. All right, let's get us another one going if we still got a group, boys.